I think that means we're live. Hey, welcome everybody to This Week in Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm your host Dylan from the Buddy Force, joined with Gabe and Miko from the Buddy Force, and we've got a special guest here. We've got the lovely Jordan Kaler from the First Turn Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast. How are all you guys doing this week?
Pretty good. We won a game of Clash.
Now, before we get into it, Jordan, do you want to just introduce who you are and where people can find you?
So I'm Jordan, as Dylan so nicely put. I'm a part of a group of not 3 now, 4. You'll learn soon who the new person is on the next episode of the First Turn. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast. We're full grown adults. It's not Curtis.
Damn it. Damn. Unsubbed.
Curtis is kind of like there. It's really funny because like Curtis listens in while we're recording every time, but he doesn't actually join in. But he'll message like myself and Cody random tidbits all the time, and it's really funny. So he's kind of there, but he's not really there.
Curtis is a creeper.
Yeah, so we're a group of 4 grown men who like to talk about a children's card game, and we go into in-depth detail on like how to play test, how to deck build, how to side deck, stuff like that, right? You can find us on most of your regular podcast platforms. So Spotify, Google Play, I think Google has one, I'm not 100% sure, but a handful of those ones. And as long as you look up either WPG, FTK, or The First Turn, you'll be able to find us. We do weekly podcasts. They seem a little long, but people haven't really complained yet. So yeah.
Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, Jordan is also the Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament organizer for Fusion Gaming.
Yes.
Speaking of which, use code BuddyForce5. So with that being said, we've got a fair bit to talk about. We have quite a few things to go over. I don't think we're going to be spending too much time on each of these, but we'll see how it goes. First thing we have is we have more amazement cards announced in Dawn of Majesty. So we have the pictures here, but they're kind of small. One's a monster, one's a trap, and we'll just go through those real quick. Okay, so we've got Amazement Assistant. It's a level 4 light machine effect monster, stats 1814. You can only use each of their effects once per turn. And their effects are, you can reveal 1 attraction trap from your hand, special summon this card from your hand, and then you could send 1 attraction trap from your hand or face up from your field to the graveyard, set 1 attraction trap directly from your deck to the spell and trap zone. Honestly, I like that. That's not bad.
Reveal. I was gonna say, this card altogether just sounds really busted.
Yeah.
I don't know what the amazements do, but if the traps are good, this is probably good.
Reveal a trap to special summon, and then you can send a trap to set 1 from your deck. Yeah, that's busted.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the fact that it has inherent special summon mechanic, and then as well as a fixed mechanic, so like you don't have the right trap you want in your hand, you always get it.
Yeah.
And it's a machine, so I can limit or removal it.
I was looking at that. Well, no, you can't,
but... you equip it with 3 copies of that equip spell that reduces it by 500.
No, you summon this card. You summon this card, activate Pianissimo on it to make its attack 100, and then activate Machine Dupe. There you go. Now you have 3 hard once per turn monsters.
That's how we win.
It's busted. You make like a Utopia and have another level 4 on board. It's busted.
Okay, and the second card we have is Amaze Attraction Vanquish Viking. It's a normal trap card. It has 2 effects. First one is target 1 amazement monster you control or 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Equip this card to that target. Then you can activate 1 of these effects based on the equipped monster's controller. If you're the controller, once per turn, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can negate the attack, and if you do, change control of the equipped monster until the end of the battle phase. And if it's your opponent, then when the equipped monster activates its effect, you can return it to the hand. It seems this... It's a really weird setup. So you can equip it and then bounce your opponent's monster. But what?
Without knowledge of what the other amazement cards do, this card doesn't seem good.
No.
But I don't know. Maybe the other arrangements do something to help us.
I'm just trying to find a use case. Like, I don't think you're gonna be using that first effect.
Vanilla, it does nothing.
Yeah.
I equip it to Stratos, they get back Stratos.
I don't know what you would use the first effect on, the one where you're controlling it. Like, why would you... So you negate one of their attacks, but then give them your monster.
You played an Abyss Actor. They do stupid shit like that.
Yeah, and then you just bounce one of your opponent's monsters when they activate the effect, but it's... I feel like that's easily played around. Unless you, like, I don't know, equip this onto, like, your opponent's Oviraptor. But, yeah, this card, not the greatest, in my opinion.
You equip it to an LP.
Busted.
I was thinking somewhere around that degree too was if you equip it to like a specific link monster that has to activate its effect, but then they can't really get something out of it. So
Yeah, I guess LP would be a good example, because then odds are they probably wouldn't have the zones pointing to it, right?
Yeah. LP Romulus is another good one, I think, unless Romulus triggers.
Doesn't it trigger on summon?
Yeah, Romulus.
I'm sure it does.
Romulus triggers on summon.
Oh, then no, it's terrible for that.
Alright, so yeah, out of these two cards announced, one absolutely busted monster, one trap that'd be good in Abyss Actors, so take that as it will. With that being said, we're going to move on to the next article. Speaking of ban lists from last week, everybody's still trying to figure out what the meta is. OCG released their ban list, their April 1st, 2021 limit regulations. So we have two articles here to talk about it. First, we're going to go over exactly what got hit and what got off the list, and then they have another article explaining all their choices, and it's a treat for those of you who haven't seen it. Anyway, first things first, we've got Tempest Magician Unlimited to banned. I feel like that was pretty obvious. I mean,
that was a long time coming for that.
Yeah. Probably the one that people disagree about the most is that True King of Calamities went from unlimited to limited. So they still have one copy of VFD. Not sure if that was a good choice on their end.
No, man, you get the consistency.
I think they still have Calamities, though. Keep in mind, like, they have Max C at 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
To make Calamities, you have to go through a whole bunch of special summon mechanics.
That's
so
true.
I'm assuming that they only have it at 1, because the chances of you bringing it out under a Max C are very slim.
You also have like 15 outs to Max C in that format, though.
What? That doesn't matter. Max C is still degenerate.
Mm-hmm. Okay, on to semi-limited. All three of these cards went from limited to semi-limited. We've got Perform Pal, Skull Crobat Joker, Firewall Dragon, and Union Hanger. Firewall Dragon obviously has its errata in the OCG as well as the TCG as of April 14th. So, yeah, I'm not sure how big of a deal Joker to 2 is right now in the OCG format, but we'll definitely see.
Do they still have an Electrolyte? I think they still have an Electrolyte.
I believe they have one. Okay, and then to unlimited, we have Meluseek, Junk Speeder, Duloran, Symbol of Heritage, Sky Striker Mecha Modules Multi-Roll, and Allure of Darkness.
Oh yeah, Allure was semi in there
Yeah.
for some reason.
Didn't it get semi-limited during Sky Striker format? For some reason?
I don't remember why.
Or maybe it's during Thunder Dragon format. That would make more sense.
Something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, not sure how any of these are gonna...
It's so many cards.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
I don't know how OCG meta works. As far as I know, a lot of times their meta ends up reflecting what we've been playing. So...
Yeah. Well, it's funny, right before you joined in, Jordan, we were talking about how the OCG doesn't know how to deck build properly. So even though they have VFD at 1 still, they will somehow find a way to have a healthy format.
Yeah. No, like I said, Maxi's a card. I think that's the reason.
Also,
That's the
remember
reason why Red Eye's Dark Dragoon is banned in OCG and not here yet. Well,
Mhm.
A, we haven't had it long enough, but B, Japan's formats were so degenerate to the point where it was like you tried to do something and it was just Maxi, and then your turn was also stopped. But I mean, like, your turn could have just ended with Dragoon's Pass, and that's big enough. Like, that's super strong. So
you also learn to remember they don't play Vanity's Emptiness, even though they still have that legal.
Yeah, that's very weird. Okay, so that was the list, and now we're going to move on to their explanations. So, for those of you who don't know, every time the ban list comes up for the OCG, they have a super sick live stream filled with a regular guy and then someone who loves to cosplay, which, I mean, go off, King.
I think it's usually a voice actor.
Yeah. And so they actually gave explanations as to why they did what they did on the list. First of all, I would love to see this happen in the TCG. Could you imagine if, like, Jerome McHale did a live stream every ban list?
Could you imagine if Jerome McHale was cosplaying every time he did a video?
What would Jerome McHale cosplay as?
Good question. Tristan.
Oh. All the characters at your disposal, and you pick Tristan.
Snap picked it too.
The best
thought about it.
The best monster he ever summoned was, what was it, Lava Battle Guard?
My favorite monster is Cyber.
Electric Lizard. Also, welcome Ronnie from the Buddy Force.
Hello, I'm not sure how much we are in the, but I'm here.
We're at the
pretty much just started.
yeah, we're at the OCG April 21st, 2021 limit regulation explanations, and we're about to start that.
Oh,
Okay, so why did they bring Tempest Magician from Unlimited to Banned? With a rise in decks with the ability to quickly accumulate spell counters, one can easily wipe out all of their opponent's life points, creating an overly consistent one-turn kill. Okay, makes sense. Still don't know how it lasted this long, going from Unlimited to Banned, but
I think we had one format where that Tempest Magician FTK was viable.
yeah.
They're just like, nah, man. Nah.
They just like diversity in their decks, okay? They like having a really spread out pie chart. Okay, True King of All Calamities. Heavily used in virtual world decks, it has incredible pressure due to its quick effect that can steal activated effects and monsters. Since it's an extra deck card, it's safe to put at 1 without being merciless to those who would like to use it. So here's another thing I want to point out. I love their grammar and their tone, because it sounds like they're talking like a Yu-Gi-Oh character. Like, it has incredible pressure. We put it to 1 without being merciless to the deck. Like, this sounds like I could see these words on like a manga cover. It's just like that's one of the text bubbles. But yeah, I love their grammar in this stream. Okay, Firewall Dragon. Since it was limited in January with brand new effects, it has not caused any significant issues, so it is being moved to semi-limited. Doing so also helps boost the power of Cyber's decks.
Okay.
Or did he leave?
He went to general.
Oh, he was a general.
Yeah.
I don't really pick up there for some reson.
Oh.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
So, do you guys actually think that when Firewall is usable, like, do you think Sal Mangrate's gonna do anything?
No.
The best deck that can,
won't even use that card.
can play it is Code Talker.
Code Talker?
Yeah. Access Code
Yeah.
Talker is the best play in that deck because they can do a 1-card access code double attack for game.
I wouldn't mind trying out a Code Talker deck once Firewall is actually legal for us.
The thing is, the Code Talker got a. We don't have the. Was it Overheat?
Yeah, that's the
Eco Talk
thing.
or Heat, whatever.
It
That
would
makes it
definitely
good
be
in
a
the
worse version.
OCG.
Yeah, seems interesting. I'm gonna keep my eye out on that. It seems like it could be something fun to play in the future. Okay, Perform Pal Skull Crobat Joker, a long-time limited card that has generally enabled the flow of plays in Magician decks. By moving it to semi-limited, it's possible new venues and avenues of possibility open up to Pendulum Summon decks. When they said flow of plays in Magician decks, I was like, yo, I remember summoning this out and then activating Dark Magic Circle.
Please.
I can play DM so much better now. That Joker's at 2. Okay, Union Hanger. A key card used in decks whose primary card is ABC Dragon Buster. Used for its easy of calling forth other cards, along with having powerful effects. Since ABC Dragon Buster is limited, it's possible the deck might see play again with this move. I don't know why they put a question mark at the end.
Everybody thinks that the TCG has a big hate boner for ABC.
Yeah.
Check the OCG ban list.
It's limited, right?
ABC had like 5 cards for ABC limited at one point.
Meanwhile, over here, they hit Dragon Buster for one list and then bring it back.
Yeah, we banned Union Carrier, but Union Carrier is actually a problem card. So like,
Yeah. Okay, and then they only give explanations for Meluseek and modules, or multi-roll, sorry. And it says, due to a major drop in usage by both Altergeist and Sky Striker, it's believed that this is a fairly acceptable move.
it's fair.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what the next OCG tournament turns out like.
We have results for that already.
Post-ban list?
Yep.
It's not April 1st yet, you liar.
Yeah, I don't know what time, but they'll release the ban list, and then like the stores there will like be like, you know what, I'll just play with the new list through the old one. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, if you can find it, definitely put it in the thing and we'll circle back to it. But while you're doing that, let's look at this lovely creature. We've got spoilers for a new V-Jump promo, Deepsea Repeture.
I'm so excited for that card.
And go ahead, Jordan.
I think you're saying it's so white.
No, I'm just okay. So like, I'm always excited, and I'm sure Ronnie can agree to this, to see cards that could be used in like any kind of mermail or water aspect, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping that with this card, like, it does something. Now, the only issue I have is that it's level 5 and not level 6, but that's whatever. If it has some capacity to do something for water, I'm all for it.
Nice. And yeah, we don't actually have an effect yet, but it is a Synchro Tuner effect monster water. We don't actually know the type yet either. And it's level 5.
Serpent.
Probably Sea Serpent.
It's probably Sea Serpent.
Yeah. And then the only thing we get...
So this one is going to be a Pyro.
Yeah.
Easy.
And the only little effect that we get is that it will have 2 effects that support decks based on the water attribute. So, hey, we'll see how it is. I definitely think it's going to be good, whatever it is. It will see play in water decks, but only time will tell. Okay, speaking of V-Jump promos, there's some subscription promos here. 1 Manjomi card and 2 Misawa cards.
These are the best cards gonna be in Duel Links.
Okay, so first one, we've got Yor Yu Armed Dragon, or Armored Armed Dragon. It's a level 4 Wind Dragon effect monster. Attack and defense is 1914. And it has 1 effect, and it's when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can special summon 1 level 5 or lower Wind Dragon monster from your hand or deck, except Armored Armed Dragon. But it cannot attack directly during this turn. I'd say that's okay. That's pretty good.
It's really good in Duel Links.
Yeah. I'm not sure how much... When we get it, I'm not sure how much play it'll see, just because I feel like people tend to like lean away from destroyed by battle effects and just like destruction in general. I don't know. That's just
battle effects are pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's the most part.
And
But Duel
then
Links stuff? It's busted.
I wonder
Also,
if
it's
we
not
get
as
this
e-
card in Duel Links if we'll see it.
It's also not gonna see any play because this is a freaking Arm Dragon card.
Yeah.
That deck is not good. I wrote down with that deck though.
Okay, and then the next card we have is Hamano Karasu Tengu. It's a level 4 Earth Zombie effect monster, attack and defense 14 and 12. You can only use this card's name's effect once per turn, and it reads, if this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, or if it is special summoned from the graveyard, you can target one attack position monster your opponent controls and destroy it. Not bad. The destroyed by opponent's card effect thing probably won't happen very often, but the special summon from grave I could see happening quite a bit.
No man, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! No one reads.
Yeah. Although it is just a pop one, which...
Yeah, they're gonna go like Nightmare Cerberus, pop it. Okay, Tengu effect.
Pop Cerberus.
Pop Cerberus.
How the turns
Alright,
have
go
tabled. Okay, and then the last card is On Meraki, level 4 Earth Zombie effect monster, stats are 12 and 1000. You can only use this card's effect once per turn, hard once per turn. If this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, or if it is special summoned from the graveyard, you can draw one card.
That's pretty good.
It reminds me of that card that everybody said would be good, but nobody played it. It came in Battles of Legends. What was it called? Hyperia. That's what it was. Wasn't it like when it's summoned, draw a card or something?
Oh, you played Hyperia and like McKnights.
Yeah. But yeah, it reminds me of that.
Draw one, make out a set of card, easy. This card isn't great, but like, it's better than the other two.
Okay, so if you're forced to use a V-Jump promo, go for On Meraki.
It draws a card. That just makes it better.
Okay, we got more Dawn of the Majesty spoilers here. This looks interesting. I haven't read the effect, but just from like the look of the card, I'm intrigued. So
I thought this was an Abyss monster when I first looked at it.
yeah, I could see that. It has like sort of the same color scheme. Okay, so it's called Volnagesh, the Black Lava Dragoon. Yo, sick, another Dragoon. A new
Nice.
powerful dragon-related XYZ appears for rank 7. So as we
It's rank
said,
7, you can play a Dark Magician.
yeah, so it's a rank 7 Dark Dragon XYZ effect monster. Stats are 25 and 21. Isn't that Dark Magician stats?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
It requires 2 level 7 monsters, and it says once per turn you can detach 2 materials from this card, then target one face-up card on the field, destroy it. If you destroyed a monster with this effect, you can have one face-up monster you control gain 300 attack times the destroyed monster's original level or rank until the end of the next turn. This card cannot attack during the turn you activate this effect. If this card has a dragon monster as an XYZ material, this becomes a quick effect. That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
It's bad in Dark Magician.
It's yeah, it's bad in Dark Magician, unlike Skullcrow Bad Joker. So I guess it is interesting because obviously this card also has the word Dragoon in the name, and this is basically Dragoon's Speed Spell 1 effect with an attack boost. I kind of like it.
The one big
Good.
thing I see about this is like, I just feel like they're trying to give so much more support to the Armed Dragon deck itself.
Which I'm all for. Please.
Yeah.
Although,
'Cause,
how
I mean,
often
like,
does the Armed
they-
Dragon deck have 2 level 7 monsters out?
Arm Dragon level 7.
Yeah, but
I
they
was
only have
gonna
one.
say Yeah, but I'm sure there's in some capacity you can make Armed Dragon level. You can bring out 2 level 7s and
You
some
can.
way, shape, them.
They have 2 level 7s. They have regular level 7, and they have Thunder level 7.
Something tells me they're not summoning out regular level 7 very much.
Yeah,
Nah,
man, I'm gonna tribute summon for level 5, then level up.
Or you can actually summon level 7 from the effect of the Thunder one.
Yeah, because it says ignoring summoning conditions, right?
Yep.
That's insane.
They're freaking
Yeah.
broken.
I like it. I don't think it's the worst card ever. It pops a monster, makes one of your monsters gain attack, and then it can also be a quick effect. So, although
Yeah, but it's a bit, yeah.
Only issue is that
What was
you
it,
do
Tony?
detach 2 materials for this card, so it is a one-time thing. So if it's a
What was
quick
that, Ronnie?
effect, yeah.
Well, first of all, Castal would like a word with you, and
I still would like to know your location.
I'm wondering, like, I've been trying to think of like decks that could play this card too.
Red
like,
Eyes.
One being, Red Eyes
Tunes.
for sure. Yeah, like how do they make it? They can make it turn 1, right?
Yeah.
So
Tunes could make
I
it
know,
turn
and-
1.
Yeah,
I guess.
Tunes can make this turn 1.
Summon Dark Magician, summon Red Eyes.
It even gets the dragon with it.
You need to open up Black Stone of Legend and Tune Dark Magician.
Could they make like
Easy.
3 of these, like Red Eyes, if they wanted to?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
I'm pretty sure, or at least 2 maybe.
I guess it's not a
remember,
hard once per turn.
Because you can make you can make double flare metal in that deck. Easy.
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure that was the thing. Like, you could make 2 rank 7s.
Mhm.
There is
it's not-
like double flare metal. You know, I like burn for like 1,000.
yeah.
Also,
I
keep
think this
in
card
mind.
would just be a lot.
Go ahead, Ronnie.
I just feel like this card would be a lot better than Flare Metal.
Nah.
Eh,
Just because it actually does something on the opponent's turn.
Yeah.
We talk burning is the best thing you can do.
Also,
It's
keep in mind
broken.
that even though this card can't attack the turn you activate it, the attack boost does last until the end of the next turn. So you could boost him up and then just attack with him on your turn if you're activating this on your opponents.
Yo, but this card doesn't actually have a hard once per turn.
Yeah, exactly. But then again, if you
broken.
could summon out 3 of these, why would you summon out 3 cards that pop 1 when you have
Because
so
you're
many other
playing-
things you could do?
You're playing Red Eyes probably. Also, the rank 7 toolbox is not the greatest thing in the world.
Well, you got like Flare Metal. Could do Big Eye if you're going second.
Mecha
Nah, man.
Fantasies.
Big Ag going first, easy. Turn 1. It's
Yeah.
broken.
I don't know. I think it's interesting. But let us know what you guys think. Anyways, up to the next thing. We always got to mention at least one piece of merch every episode, because I love Yu-Gi-Oh merch. By the way, my game coin and the Millennium Stone thing finally shipped, so gonna be seeing that soon.
Can't
Definitely
wait
show
for
you
those
guys.
to get stuck in customs for a while.
Oh, I know. I think the game coin's gonna be really fun. I bought 2 just to keep one sealed and one to actually use.
Is that thing really big?
I think they're the size of like a silver dollar from the States. Somewhere around there. The stone is huge. Okay. But yeah, we've got our own Millennium Puzzle. Unfortunately, this isn't in Shop Yu-Gi-Oh! This is from the OCG stores, so if you're going to get it, it's going to cost you a bit to get it imported. But you can build your own Millennium Puzzle. So, as you guys can see, I'm kind of wary about this. Just because, so we see here some pictures of the actual product. And there's a couple things that concern me. Uh-oh, I just lost the page. Okay.
It's like building a Gundam.
Yeah.
Well, one of them,
the God Hand.
the biggest concern is only Yugi was able to assemble this puzzle. No
True.
one else.
It's
Yeah.
too hard.
So they're going to sell
So why are we
10,000
spending-
units and then have 10,000 negative reviews. Nobody could build it.
No one can finish it.
Yeah. The thing that concerns me, first of all, let's go with picture 1, 2, 3, 4. Picture 5 looks really sick. You see all the pieces there. Looks exactly like the anime. So I think that looks really cool. But the picture right underneath it shows those like dinky plastic mold trays, and I don't know, maybe it's because I haven't done a lot of like action figure building or anything, but I've never seen something good quality that came in that packaging.
Oh, all the Gundams are pretty good.
Do all the
Something
Gundams come
that.
like that?
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of sheets of those.
Although-
if you buy it, I can lend you the God Hand.
I guess
I was
the
gonna
other
say, if you want to ask somebody about
Just
Gundams, ask Nick.
cut it apart.
Yeah, the only other thing I could say about it is the fact that I guess if Gundams come like this and they're pretty good quality, you're probably not wearing a Gundam around very often. And I assume that people will be using this for cosplay when it comes out.
These also hold together pretty well too.
Really? Okay, I have to do more research on Gundams because I always assumed that stuff that came in that packaging was like rinky-dink.
Oh no, they're actually really good. Just get like a good nipper, or be really good with a X-Acto knife, and like Gucci.
Yeah, and it says it goes on sale August 2021 for 3,850 yen. So I think that's about $40 Canadian, give or take. Also, heads up, my birthday is at the very end of August 31st. So if you guys needed any birthday present ideas for me,
the day before mine.
Are you on September 1st?
Oh hey,
Yeah, man.
Yo, let's go, Verg gang.
We have two
day apart.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Jordan, I had no idea you were part of the Verg gang. Jordan and I will have our Sweet 16 together.
Yeah. 16 will be 2 months after. It'll be great.
Okay, so yeah, just letting you guys know that merch is out there as of August. So make sure if you guys want it, go check it out, and I'll try to get it if it doesn't cost me an arm and a leg. But if you guys want to get it for me because it's my birthday, that works too. Okay, on to the next article. It's about King's Court. We've talked about this before a couple weeks ago, I believe. It's the new set that got announced. It has something to do with Yugi, and with the name King's Court, we assume that it would have something to do with King's Knight, Queen's Knight, and Jack's Knight, and those predictions have come true. We've got 4 new cards confirmed, as well as we can see some of the pack art associated with it. So these... just the pack art in general don't look awful. I can't get a good picture for you guys. But yeah, it shows like a retrained Queen's Knight. Some sort of Joker Knight, which we'll get to in a second. And then looks like some sort of spell or trap that has 2 different knights on it. But yeah, the 4 cards that we got confirmed...
Half the Joker Knight.
Yeah. The 4 cards we got confirmed are a Joker monster to go with the Poker Knights, Queen's Knight, etc. that Konami states can summon itself and return itself to hand each end phase. Then we got...
Why does it bounce?
It's a spirit monster. Easy. Arcana Triumph Joker, a card that gains attack for cards in hand and discards cards to destroy cards of the same type. It is not currently confirmed to be a fusion monster. Okay.
I'm assuming that's the monster in the middle. The Triumph Joker?
I thought the monster in the middle would have been the Joker.
I think the Jokers are the 2, the one on the right.
I thought that'd be the card that we're about to mention next, a spell and trap that also returns themselves to hand. I don't know, I assume whenever like artwork has like 2 monsters or something on it, it's probably a spell or trap.
Yeah, but like there's 2 Jokers in a deck. There's a red and a black one. If you want to,
Oh, that's true.
That's why, and then like Triumph Joker would be both the Jokers put together.
Interesting. I like that
wild
theory.
Card.
Hey.
That's just the theory.
Hope we can summon Arcana Knight Joker easier. It's Macabre, but with more attack.
Yeah. Not currently a fusion, even though its entire color scheme is purple right now. If what Miko says is true, and the middle card's Triumph Joker, that's a lot of purple.
Yeah, man.
We know how Konami likes the color code. By the way, we're still canceling Synchro Monsters. The next thing it says is that along with new world premieres, we're getting imports from Japan as well. Some of these will support cards from Legendary Duelist Season 2 and Lightning Overdrive, which is coming out in June. The release date is still the 24th of June 2021, and we have no current pushback on this, which means if there's no more delays, we should be getting this set very, very close to Lightning Overdrive, so keep an eye out for that.
Oh, yeah, Poker Knights.
Yeah. Just to mention that there will be 37 rares, 15 super rares, 10 ultra rares, and 15 of the cards will be collectors as well.
I don't like that all commons are rares.
Yeah.
Looks so weird.
I do think... How much do you guys want to bet that King's Knight, Queen's Knight, and Jack's Knight are 3 of the collector's rares?
Probably.
Yeah,
That's very like.
Hey man, that would be pretty.
it would look very nice.
I can't wait to brick.
I can,
three
I can
copies
summon
of-
Slifer in style.
I can't wait to brick with 3 copies of Jack's Knight, all collector's rare. It's gonna be great.
I feel like a terrible human being for laughing at that, but that was funny.
Are any of you guys interested in playing this when it comes out? Just from like what we know so far? Intriguing anybody?
Not sold on it yet.
It sounds garbage enough for me and Gabe to build it, and then
Top
not actually
originals.
play it anywhere.
Story
I've
checks.
Yeah,
taken
don't-
originals.
Yeah, originals.
I've taken the worst originals.
Yes, you have.
It's coming out, you know.
Okay, next one up. Now we're gonna talk about an archetype that's even worse than the Poker Knights. We've got Triamine Support from Dawn of Majesty once again. Triamine Support. We got Triamine Loading. It's a continuous spell. It's got 2 effects. First is if a field spell is placed into a field zone and this card is already face up, you can add a Triamine spell or trap from your deck to your hand. And then if a face-up rock monster you control is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect, special summon 1 Triamine monster with a different name from your deck. How good are the Triamine spells and traps?
Not very.
Well,
A majority of them are just field spells.
Yeah. That archetype has like 4 field spells.
Yeah.
it's very weird. I guess set rotation must be pretty poggers in that deck.
I'm pretty sure all those field spells are supposed to work in conjunction with each other. But you can only control one at a time.
Just like switch them out. And that helps your monsters. I'm pretty sure the monsters switch them out. I don't really remember. I tried playing this, but then you couldn't actually get rid of the block dragon when you summoned it. It's pretty funny.
The second effect doesn't
Now you
seem
don't have Block
horrible.
Dragon.
Yeah, now we don't have block dragon.
Yeah, it doesn't change much. You can get rid of it anyway.
see the problem? It's gone now. Konami got rid of the block dragon for you, Gabe.
Exactly. I get to have my 3 rocks now.
But yeah, the second effect doesn't actually look awful. It's just that there's some issues with it. Like, I feel like your opponent would probably destroy this card before destroying one of your rock monsters by battle. I don't know. I just assume every deck has an out to a spell or trap. But yeah, it's interesting. I don't think it's gonna do anything for Triamids, but we'll see. Bet you there's like at least 1 or 2 people who are super happy.
Alright.
It's actually like a really good card. It's
Yeah.
just a Triamid card.
Konami loves to do this shit. They make really amazing cards and put it in the worst archetypes.
You know what? Give me a sec. I'm gonna make a Triamine Adamantipator deck at some point now.
Just to prove Konami wrong. We will
I'd
make
play
this good. Okay, and oh yeah, Ronnie, have you
in
had
this
anything?
set. Well, yeah, I was just like, just want to point out that there's only like 8 cards in the archetype so far. This would be the 9th. I actually thought there'd be a lot more cards, but
So more Tri-Mid support coming out in Dawn of Majesty, confirmed by Ronnie here.
This is our
No.
type like 5 years old.
You guys don't know this,
Yeah.
but Ronnie's uncle works for Konami. So he gets all the news early.
Dylan, stop. No,
You can't
You're not
read
supposed to
the
know.
secrets.
Oh shit, Ronnie signed an NDA.
that was a secret.
Jerome Keeper. Okay, and we have the last thing to talk about today. So, as you guys can tell by the title of the live stream, Minsoo is happy. He's so happy, he couldn't show up! So, we're gonna talk about these cards for him. Dawn of the Majesty, more spoilers from there. We've got new alien cards. For those of you who don't know, Minsoo is in love with the alien archetype. Aren't you, Minsoo? Yeah, glad you answered. So, we
Hello,
Yes,
I
magical
am
muskets will be good this form.
Okay, so we've got a Link monster and a main deck monster. First one is the main deck monster, Alien Buster. It's a level 4 light reptile effect monster. Stats are 17, 15, and it has 2 hard once per turn effects. First one is if this card is sent to the graveyard, target one face-up monster, place 2 A counters on it. And the second one is during your main phase, except during the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one card on the field with a counter, destroy it. I mean, it seems like a good card in the alien archetype. It's just, it's in the alien archetype. Like,
Yeah, but think about the Abyss deck coming out.
True. Alien Abyss.
Alien Abyss sounds
I was
interesting.
thinking that too.
No, because I was talking to,
next
or
card
Nick was mentioning it in our chat group earlier. He was like, these 2 cards are going straight into the Abyss deck. And I'm just like, probably.
No.
Yeah,
The second card? Insane.
Oh, yeah. Well, speaking of the second card, let's get right to it. Now you guys got me excited for it. Cosmic Pincer Zalur. It's a Link 3 light reptile link effect monster. Stats are 2600, and it's a top, bottom left, and bottom right arrows. Materials are 2+ reptile monsters, and it has 2 hard once per turn effects and a third effect that is not hard once per turn because it doesn't activate. Okay, first one. If this card is link summoned, you can add 1 card with an effect that places A counters from your deck to your hand. That's actually really good. Second one is you can remove 2 A counters from the field. Immediately after this resolves, normal summon 1 reptile monster. Also really good. And then while this card is in the monster zone, monsters your opponent controls with A counters are changed to defense position and cannot activate its effects. So, hold on, let me get this straight. It's a search, it's an extra normal summon, and it's a Baguska.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's baby.
This card's insane.
Is that the Link monster or is that the monster?
That's the Link monster.
Monster.
Yeah, the Link monster is nuts.
Holy. Yeah, these are... I never thought I'd see a good alien card.
Have you ever heard of Alien Ammonite?
Yeah, the card's insane too.
Yeah.
Aliens have
Yeah.
good cards.
Ammonite, level 1 tuner, normal
normal
summon, special summon an alien from your grave. That card was busted.
I'll be honest, the only experience with aliens that I had as a kid is they were the cards in my bulk that I never got to use. I think I
Yeah.
ran Alien Mars in my fire deck, and that was about it.
Nice.
Yes.
The aliens have good support cards. Just everything activates on normal summon.
Yes.
And all
Okay,
the monsters are kind of...
so Gabe, the alien cards, yay or nay?
They're pretty busted.
Jordan, yay or nay on the alien cards?
When I first read them, I thought that there was some kind of potential there, so I'm gonna give a big yay.
Miko?
In the words of Minsoo Kids, Kim. Magical muskets will be good this format.
And
This will make magical muskets tier 1.
he's gonna put these in muskets somehow. Okay, and then Ronnie, what about you? Yay or nay on the new alien cards?
In the words of Miko Olave, Minsoo Kid.
Hey.
Also, yay.
And Minsoo, what do you think? Okay, well that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's pretty much all that we have covered for this week. Like we said, we covered a lot of material, but not much in each of them. But hope you guys enjoyed. Before we head off, don't forget, use code BuddyForce5 for 5% off at FusionGamingOnline.com. You can get your Ghosts from the Past boxes there, as well as singles. They will probably be opening some up, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. Also, go check out Jordan's podcast, The First Turn, a Yu-Gi-Oh podcast. Like he said, you can find it on pretty much any of those streaming platforms like Spotify. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Guys, thank you for coming along this week. By the way, next week will be pre-recorded, but it will still be out at the same time. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to stay happy, stay healthy, and we'll see you